All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Alpod. We're back. It's March 15th, 2024. My friend Al here.
My friend Al.
He made a bold move recently. Very bold move.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do with your Bitcoin, man?
We sold 15%. So I sold 15%. A lot of people tell you you're stupid when you're up high to sell. As you can see, show the people what's Bitcoin. I sold at 72. It's at 68. About a 5% drop. But
you sold where, right? Like literally
sold 70. I can tell you the exact, man.
At 73,000.
It wasn't 73, but I'm talking about I was within 1% of the peak we just seen. That's a win. You won.
Took some profits.
Yeah, and my average coin is 16.
So some people are critical. They say, I can't believe you sold this. I mean, you sold at an all-time high, pretty much.
I sold at an all-time high, literally.
So you pulled some profits, and you got other people telling you, hey, we're going to hit $250,000. We're going to hit six figures. Great.
And I hope so. But at the end of the day, if we see a crash, things can change. One freaking legal thing changes, one lawsuit, one ban. We're talking about $10,000, $15,000 Bitcoin can drop to. At the end of the day, six times my money, took 15% out. I still have 85% in the market.
Right.
Where if we hit 100, I'll take it out.
Right.
But if you don't have these, chunks you take out, we miss. Like me and you missed the last run. We miss.
It's important to take profits, especially right now with all this economic uncertainty. Credit card debt is at an all-time high. Mortgage payments are at an all-time high. You got to be capable of paying your bills. You don't pay your bills, your credit score's ruined, which in today's day, I think we were talking about it earlier, Biden, the B word, dude. The B word changed the policy to where if you're applying for a mortgage and you have a less than favorable credit score, like, if we got 700-800 credit scores, we've worked all our lives to achieve these strong credit scores. We showed our financial responsibility. You're going to get punished.
Rightfully so, Al. Rightfully so.
On the point sheet, on the mortgage rate sheet, if you got a lower than favorable credit score,
you're
going to get a worse credit rate.
I have heard that this was in the pipeline, and it's disappointing.
The mortgage rates?
I'm all for trying to help people out. I think if you're in a low class community, you have challenges and we need to help, but you can't punish other people for being financially responsible. You want to teach people how to be financially responsible, not actually say higher credit scores will still lead them.
This is the first thing that pops up when we Google it, guys. Experts now say higher credit scores will still lead to lower payments, and the new pricing adjustment are not penalizing borrowers with good credit.
That's a year old. That's a year old, though.
Dude, that's not true.
Yeah. Go to the big Twitter, dog.
Okay. Here we go. April 27, 2023.
A year ago.
Okay. Why having good credit could cost you more on a home mortgage. So it's been applied. I have friends in the mortgage business, Al. People are getting punished for having high credit scores and higher down payments.
Provide equitable and sustainable access to home ownership.
Loan level price adjustments, right? Fees based on things including borrower's credit score, size of down payment, type of home. You can't.
Yeah, look at that, Al. Look what it says. Better credit scores will pay more in fees, while lower credit scores will pay less.
It's crazy. You can't reward financial illiteracy. You have to reward.
You have to teach it. You have to teach it, dude.
Exactly.
Well, anyway, dude.
So what do you
teach them to buy Bitcoin?
What do you think about Bitcoin? You think we're gonna,
it's going.
Historically with these bull runs, we'll see a 30 to 50% correction in the market.
I would agree, and that's what brought me. I was looking at this. So that's the all-time chart.
Okay. So there's a 7-day.
But no, I actually want to see that. So look, when we got up to, this was the first all-time high at 61. We did a 50% drop almost. I look at that 31.
That's huge.
That's a 48%
but then
drop.
Look what happened.
Being back up.
Yep.
And then down for years, dude.
Down for years.
So I don't think we're here right now. I think we're here.
Down for 3 years.
We're here or here. We're probably here. So I'm going to say, based on that math, you're talking about a $250,000 Bitcoin. I don't see it. I see Bitcoin going to 100, crashing to 50, going to 120, and then we're all dead if you didn't sell.
Now, if there's another black swan event, which if I were to make an educated guess, we got 2 proxy wars going on right now. We got Israel, Palestine, Ukraine, Russia.
Oh, dude,
all it takes is if one nuke drops, God bless all those souls, it'll be really sad. We're going to be affected very negatively over here as well.
I think that Robert Kiyosaki guy even said it. I think, though, that's the hedge of inflation, the hedge on everything is Bitcoin. When the world's uncertain, Bitcoin doesn't change, man. You cannot print more Bitcoin.
Yep.
That's what kind of sells me on Bitcoin, dude.
Deflationary.
You cannot print more. So when things happen bad with shutdowns and all that, well, they just print money. You literally cannot make more of something.
Printed a lot of money.
So just like any business, what are things worth? Whatever someone's willing to pay. So it's demand, and the demand's going to be huge, and the supply is small. You cannot change the supply out.
No, you can't. It's fixed.
As long as there's a demand, which in uncertain times, this is when things skyrocket. 2020, skyrocket. 2021, skyrocket. Right now, skyrocket.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to see Bitcoin. I'm going to say it's going to be for a month doing nothing, and then I say we go in the 80s in May.
Now, is gold, they say gold is finite. There's a limited amount of gold. There's a limited amount of oil. Is there?
I don't know. I honestly think that oil, I really feel like God made this planet, dude, to sustain itself, and there's infinity of it. I don't know if we make it or whatever. I have a guy that comes in the store who's a miner or whatever. They suck the gas out of the, and he's like, there's so much we're never running out, ever.
Never.
Ever. He works in Pittsburgh and Texas and all that. What's your price prediction, dude?
On Bitcoin?
When are you going to sell? Because at the end of the day, when are you going to sell? My next sell point is 90K. That's the next time I will sell, and I'm going to sell 25% of what I have.
I'm the guy that goes through hell to sell at all-time highs, and I never sell. That's why I just go through all the punishment.
That's what I think you got to ask yourself. I have it written in my office, dates for XRP and stuff. Because if you don't sell on those dates, dude, we're all going to be losers.
So, yeah, XRP is my biggest bag. I don't want to sell unless it's a minimum of $3. And dude, you're talking Bitcoin broke its all-time high, and XRP barely touched 72 cents.
That's your biggest bag. What's XRP right now?
It's like XRP's down again. It's back to like 63 cents.
Do you get chirped by your family, dude? When I go to family parties and stuff, they're like, "Hey, how's that XRP doing, champ?" Seriously, I'm like, "How's diabetes?"
No, you know why? Because I never convinced family to buy.
No, I agree, but I'd always preach what I'm doing. I'm not telling anyone to buy it. This is what I'm doing. This is the reasons why.
Yeah. So you got to have extreme confidence in something to sell it, to convince people to put their hard-earned money in it. And I don't have extreme confidence in crypto.
I do in Bitcoin, dude.
You do.
Long term, for the reason you can't make more of it, man.
Yeah.
You got some of the smartest people in the world that want it. They want all of it. Michael's, they want all of it because they can control it. I mean, yeah, I trust Bitcoin 100%. Am I buying right now? No. But if I had like, hey, Alex, you're going to buy something and never touch it for 30 years, it would be Bitcoin.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of people chase these airdrops. Like, hey, for every one Ethereum you hold on the Binance exchange, you will receive one TZP. Dude,
I think whenever you're incentivizing to buy something, it's a scam.
It's a scam.
Like, you know what I mean?
Richard Hart proved that with Hex. Hex was a
dude. They're kind of
Bitcoin airdrop. Yeah, Hex,
dude. I've been looking into it.
Yeah.
Your face. I'm just saying.
Hex. Well, you know what Hex means? Hex literally means like curse, like an evil curse, like in English. What does it have? I put a hex on you.
All I'm saying is, dude, they have a big community that if you look into it, I'm like, I will throw $100 at it. I'll throw $100 at it. That's all I'm saying. It's at the low. Have you looked at the chart? It's like 99% loss. And they got their owner like cross-dressing and buying everything constantly.
I was about to put 5 to 10 grand at Hex at 52 cents at its all-time high.
Yeah, I think it's 2 cents.
I was this close to doing this. You know, it was 52 cents. What's the Hex price right now? I don't even want to.
Dude, no way.
So, Al, you're good at math. If I would have put 10 grand at 52 cents, what would I be?
You'd have 99 cents. You'd have less than $100.
Like $40 or something.
You're literally talking about a 99.8% loss.
So, and Hex was an airdrop for every one Bitcoin you held in 15, you got an X amount of Hex.
Dude, is that right, Al? Go to CoinDesk.
That is right. CoinDesk or CoinMarketCap?
I do CoinDesk. That's the one I'm comfortable with, but whatever one you want.
Let me just run it over here. Hex price, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy is escaping that.
See, this has it as a cent. That's a big difference. The other one had 2 zeros. This has 1 0.
I don't know if this is right. Hex. There's probably multiple. The pulse chain Hex. Here it is. 0.003 cents.
Yeah.
The other one was on the Pulse chain. And that's what Richard Hart said when he came out. He was, telling the Hex community, "Hey,
that
like,
guy's a fudge, dude.
we're launching the Pulse chain."
Pull him up. Pull him up.
Oh, you mean the guy that wears Louis Vuitton?
I'm saying, yeah. Like, if there's one guy to not invest in, it's the guy who has every name brand on him and is dressed like a freaking. X is 1 cent.
First of all, never trust a man that dresses like this
or looks like that. But he's so confident. I'm not gonna lie. If you listen to him, like he's like, yeah, we're
most scam artists are, Al. Very, very confident. And it's a shame, man. A lot of people lost their money. And
dude,
Al,
look at the Louis jacket, man. Just dripping.
You know the SEC cannot serve him because they can't find him.
Having trouble serving Hex Fund and Richard Hart.
So the
he'll end
SEC
up with a bullet in his head.
Yeah. Oh, he has. He's finally been served. That was in December. They're having trouble finding him. I mean, dude, I put that in the same category as Sam Bankman-Fried.
And that's over my head. I think this guy's worse.
Sam Bankman-Fried. Did you see his jail picture?
I mean, he's a pretty freaky dude, man.
SBF, his jail picture, he's in there with some gangsters.
Oh, when he's ganged up?
Yeah, he's giving them crypto advice for like peanut butter and crackers.
Hey, when you get out of here.
Let's see my man SBF.
Dude, he's posted up.
There he is, bro. Mafioso.
God, dog, dude.
They're protecting that.
They are. They're like, hey, when we get out of here.
Look at this guy. Got neck tattoos. He's looking like he's probably got a shank right there. He looks like he's got a gun on him. I know. And this guy's like, yeah, I'm protected.
I don't know, dude. I think
say something.
He's a girlfriend, I think.
Say something. Oh, he's definitely somebody's girlfriend, bro. Well, he's probably got cold storage wallets.
I'm not going to lie, though. For a white-collar crime like that to be in there, it looks like with hardened criminals, just that look is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Throw my man in a frickin', like, I don't know, he's not a max security guy, dude.
Al, I seen another one of those podcasts, you know, when they bring on like 20 promiscuous women and there's two dudes talking?
Yeah.
This one guy, he brought on this one guy who's openly telling you he has scammed $500 million worth of crypto. Him and two other guys, and he ratted out his friends that he grew up with. He's walking free, and he's this smug kid.
His friends in prison?
One is doing 8 years, one is doing 1 year.
Show me this guy.
They're like, I can't find him. I forgot. It's just a random podcast I found yesterday, and he's so smug. He's just sitting there proud of himself. Like they made a documentary about him called Bit Fraud or Bitcon or something like that.
Okay, I think I might have seen the thumbnail of that.
Dude, he's in there. He's just literally smiling at the camera, like, yeah, it's one of the biggest frauds in modern day history. Yeah, I scammed $500 million. How do you sit there knowing you just committed one of the worst sins? You destroyed lives. You know what I mean? You took people's future.
I mean, the guy will end up dead, though, dude. Those people are...
Hey, karma.
Rats run, dude.
If one thing is true, karma exists.
Yeah, I mean, you take millions from people send people to your door, dude.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, it's just what it is. So.
This guy is technically never safe, Al. Even when he gets out of prison and he's walking the streets, there's a dude there's a high chance somebody that lost
You're right.
$50,000 comes across this guy, and he's like,
because I mean, you seen what they did at the Lifetime Fitness for a guy who owed someone
some
like
guys
50 to 100 grand. Two illegal Jose's grabbed him. They got caught.
Yeah,
finally.
Police chase caught him.
Dude.
Police force quite strong in Metro Detroit, though, man. A lot of people think Detroit's crazy dangerous.
But they didn't catch him that day. That's the scary part, dude. You seen the footage?
They got to his house, right?
I don't know. They ran away and they couldn't catch him.
Lifetime Fitness, like, it was like that's not a cheap area to live where he got arrested.
Yeah, they must really not know where they're at. Like, it's like pulling
up to Florida.
Equinox. But like, how could you not see this building and be like, man, there's cameras everywhere?
Some of these Metro Detroit police groups, they're like a small military, man.
Dude, the car fraud, people stealing cars and janking them, is out of control.
It is out of control.
Out of control. That's when the police come in. I ask them. They go, all we deal with is stolen cars. They drop them in Detroit. They're stripped.
You have to have the secured lug nut for your tires. You have to, or your tires will be gone, regardless of what neighborhood you live in.
That's my price prediction, Al. The next time I'm selling is 90. What about you?
90,000.
Tell me when you're going to sell, because if you come in here with a sad face,
I sold
when things drop. Okay, what about XRP?
I sold it at 10.5.
When you sell an XRP, because we can't miss this again.
XRP?
Yeah.
Minimum $3.50. $3.
$3. What if it hits $2? You don't want to sell just your investment?
If it hits $2, I'd probably pull out what I put in.
which is $3 million.
I don't want to be that guy
wanna
that's
tell people
staring at a
$3
$9
million.
XRP like, dang, why?
At the end of the day, though, if you made money, you made money. And keep 1,000 XRPs in there, which is $50 right now. Is that 50? No, $500. Keep whatever to keep long term, but look at XRP.
It's never a beautiful chart.
Hey, man.
Look at that beautiful head and shoulders pattern we have forming over here. Setting higher highs.
I'm saying, what was this, $2? $1.60? I mean, it only broke $3 once, dude.
Just once.
If it gets up to here again, I mean, you can't get afraid of the gains. As long as you make gains, you're chilling, man. If you didn't lose money,
that's true.
Because you could get back in if it crashes. At the end of the day, anytime you're making profit, you're not a loser. You know what I'm saying? If you make money, you're not a loser, man. I'm taking money at. I'm probably with you at $3, Al.
Yeah.
I'm probably with you at $3 because I did want a certain amount of money to get out of it. And I only put in money I could lose, so I'm not stressed at all about this.
I didn't get into crypto to make 2-3x's, bro. I got into crypto to make minimum 5, 10, 20x's.
And we have done it and sold. We just did it. We've done it. But on our biggest bag, we've not yet.
Some analysts are saying the 500% pumps are gone. Like the 500x's, the 600.
They're wrong.
They're saying that that's done with. They're like, if you haven't been accumulating for the past year, you missed your boat.
Well, if you buy XRP, it's already my average coin is like 50 cents. It's at 62. That's pretty low.
XRP is a different story, man. It's being suppressed by the federal government. The federal government, once they take their foot off their neck, I think this thing is going to run up. And that's when the bear market starts, is after XRP pumps, because historically XRP pumps last.
And dude, are those bear market? The next bear market, I don't want to be in it. I want to be out. I want to be sold. I want to sell.
You're not going to accumulate the next bear market?
No, I will accumulate, but I don't want to be sitting here looking at the charts depressed.
Yeah.
Like when the number, like Tesla today, when I sold my Bitcoin, what did I do with it?
Tesla's getting wrecked, aren't they?
I bought Tesla stock. I bought BTCS stock, things that are super low. People are bashing Elon right now. That's when I buy. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
You know, a billionaire just died in her car.
That's kind of crazy, man.
Oh, dude.
I was saying, whenever a billionaire dies unexpectedly,
in a car or
you're
a shower.
talking about everything they own and buy is top tier, the safest of the safe, the best of the best.
It's a job.
For you to die unexpectedly in a Tesla going in reverse, what is that all about?
I mean, this is a lot of spam, dude.
Twitter is weird to use, man, if you're not on it every day.
Did you ever get an airdrop from Flare?
Yeah, I got a Flare airdrop. That's what I was saying, man.
Did
Flare, I think you did if you held it on Uphold. That's the thing. You're going to take the risk of going from cold storage to Uphold, transfer all these coins just to get an airdrop that's worth pennies. It's a lot of times it's not worth it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of. I don't think crypto is a scam, the big one, but in general, when people say crypto is a scam, I think there's a lot of scam. If me and you have a couple million followers and we go, hey man, buy XRP, we're selling when it pumps, dude. And then all these people's lives are ruined, man. I don't know how do you look up that chick that died, dude? I had to look up Tesla.
Google.
Over Twitter?
I would, yeah, because we got to practice with Twitter. We're not Twitter specialists. So
billionaire dies in Tesla.
Chick, right? This isn't good for Tesla stock.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just gonna say she looks smart, if you know what I'm saying.
That's the most racist thing I've ever heard.
I mean, that's prejudice. She looks like she might know something. Dude.
The sister-in-law of Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. That's Mitch McConnell's relative, dude.
Billionaire businesswoman Angela Chow lost her life after backing her Tesla into a pond. Hell, doesn't your car? Well, I guess I wouldn't be able to recognize that. Did she open her effing window?
I will say one of the most frustrating things about a Tesla vehicle is when you put it in drive and reverse and your signal. Those gears, those sticks on the side of your steering wheel are so. Look at this.
They tried to jump in and save her, but they couldn't break the windows. Oh, this is them testing. That's her. What the?
Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, billionaire businesswoman Angela Chow, lost her life after backing her Tesla into a pond. McConnell referenced the tragic accident in his resignation announcement last week.
Wow.
We tragically lost Elaine's younger sister, Angela, just a few weeks ago.
Angela's sister is Elaine Chow, former Secretary of Transportation during the Trump administration. The billionaire shipping heiress was attempting to make a three-point turn at her ranch outside Austin, Texas, when she reportedly put her Tesla into reverse instead of drive, sending the vehicle into a pond on her property. Now, according to reports,
the reverse and the drive functions on the Tesla is as simple and sensitive as a tap down and a tap up. So I could see how she may have made that mistake. But if you're driving that every day and you're on your property, nobody knows your property.
The Teslas aren't smart enough, Al, to know. I'm being serious. Can they gauge, hey, we're going to fall or we fall?
They beep like crazy. There's sensors everywhere. There's cameras everywhere around the Tesla.
I'm just surprised there's not a feature where the window's open. If it knows it's submerged.
Something. Can you imagine Elon at his headquarters like...
That's my biggest fear with electric cars. They're slamming into each other, dude.
And this isn't the only
no, it ain't just Teslas.
Yeah. So did you see what was going on with Boeing?
Yeah, dude.
Boeing has compromised the integrity of their planes, and it's probably because of DEI initiatives.
Dude, I agree. Because
like you're
at the end of the day, dude, that's cool. We all want inclusion if you're capable for the job. I'll hire you if you're a freaking dog, if you can sell and do whatever. But you're right. When you hire only based on race, you're literally you're gonna not get the best.
Choose the best person for the job.
Dude, you're getting on an airplane. Whoever's the smartest, I don't care if you're a psychopath, evil, lunatic, blue hair fudge, or a psycho Trump guy.
Yeah.
Fly me there, dude. Get me there safe.
There's another Boeing plane. A report came out today. They had issues, some type of leak, and they had to reverse their course from Miami and land somewhere else. So a tip, guys, if you're worried about flying, there are options when you're booking a ticket to choose smart. It's not smart bus. What's it called? There's Boeing and there's smart something. The smart industry, the smart aircrafts.
Pick the DEI one.
Yeah, no. If you pick the DEI, you will DIE.
Yeah. So pick the DIE.
Easy with the Boeing, because there's video footage of the mechanics.
I seen it. They literally said, "I wouldn't fly in that. I have a death wish."
Yeah, one guy's like, "If I have a death wish, I will." I'm not flying Boeing anymore.
It is kind of. I told my wife we were gonna take a anniversary trip this year, and I literally told her that I have a bad feeling about planes this year. This was a month or two ago. With the wars and the planes, I think there's going to be some catastrophe, some people shooting planes down or whatever. I hope not, but I'm not getting on a plane this year. I just feel like chaos is coming, dude. And I don't want to be in another city when, things decide to go wild.
Yeah. And I'm surprised the Boeing stock price didn't take a massive dip. I know it's in the red, but if you look at a 5-year time frame.
Look at the 1 month, Al.
This is the COVID dip. The 1 month chart, it's 10%. I guess this is when it started making news reports. It's still Boeing, man.
So what would I do, Al? I would buy Boeing stock.
Buy Boeing right now?
Well, it didn't dip enough. If it got cut in half, absolutely.
And I'm surprised it didn't with the news reports.
I would agree.
Oh, and by the way, that guy was standing trial. Somebody that's worked for Boeing for 30 years who knows these airplanes inside and out. On the last day of the trial, you find him deceased in his vehicle with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head.
I did hear about that.
Come on. You got a billionaire in a Tesla backing up into a pond. You got a 30-year whistleblowing employee for Boeing with a self-inflicted gunshot. What is going on, man? The mafia still exists.
I do agree that it's scary, man. It's just people talk about Russia we have the same thing. I mean, we try our political leaders. Think with that. If you talk to some Dem lunatic, they hate Russia because they go, dude, he kills people. He puts his processors in jail. What are we doing?
Yeah, if not,
we're literally doing the same, putting one of ours on trial.
It's all Nancy Pelosi, dude. Pelosi, it's an Italian mafia last name. Pelosi, Cuomo, Fauci, the Italian mafia.
I don't mind the Cuomos, but he lost me on that dude. When he was with Candace, dude, you realize
the identification for voters.
The dude doesn't have a brain. He's really good one-on-one. He's like, I'm all about this and that. You get him with someone with a brain, he's an idiot. Yeah. The dude's a moron.
There's nobody like Candace, man.
She's too smart.
She is thank God for that woman.
I agree. She's a really smart woman. Very smart woman.
So there's a left-leaning guy. His name is Destiny. He's a brainiac. He debates. What I like about him, he'll debate everybody. He's debated Alex Jones, which is a disaster because Alex Jones is just
he's too on.
Yeah, he's out of it. But he was
DMX.
Watch the Destiny and Candace Owens debate.
They have a lively, good talk.
She went to his house and sat next to him, and they were just going at it
in a good way, like good communication.
It was productive, but you could tell after that thing was over, they were not shaking hands.
Who won?
Honestly, it depends how you lean politically. And if you're a Christian or an atheist, or if you're a pro-college or pro-trade school, if you're pro-OnlyFans, if you're a pro-noun,
sorry, dude.
Just call me a he, him, dude. If you do not call me a he, him, I will scream, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've been going for a minute here, Al. Where are we at right now?
2 hours. No, 25.
2 hours and 25 minutes.
25
pretty
minutes.
Good podcast. Guys, we want to eventually start dropping a couple pods a week. We record once a week, and we love giving you guys shorts.
Or twice, yeah.
Yeah. And any topics, man, in the comments, shoot us some comments.
Yeah, we're working. You want to talk about how hard it is to survive right now? You know what I'm noticing in the public every day?
What's that?
People short on money, dude, including me. I'm on a tighter budget than I ever have in my life. Everyone can relate that no one has more money than they did a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And you got to get on a budget. You got to know where every dollar is going. And that's where I'm at right now. And that's where customers are at. And
everybody you talk, even like a restaurant owner, supermarket. I met a guy at the gym.
Supermarkets probably got to be killing it.
Al, this one guy owns a supermarket, Indian guy, really cool guy. I met at the gym. And, hey, how you doing? How you doing? And we started talking. What do you do? What do you do? He owns a restaurant. Or I'm sorry, not a restaurant, supermarket. But a lot of restaurant owning people come to a supermarket. They buy produce. They buy stuff. He's like, if you see my books right now, he's like, I don't know how people are surviving. He's like, if I'm hurting, restaurant owners are hurting.
True. I have heard multiple restaurant people tell me that ever since July 2023, there was a strong change.
Yeah.
And I mean, even me, going out to eat is a luxury, period, dude. If you're going out to eat and you're not doing great, you're making a poor financial choice. Dude.
Yeah.
Poor financial choice.
That's true.
It should be a luxury.
It is a luxury.
It is a luxury. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We started meal prep and you gotta, look at this, man.
Did you order our steak dinner yet?
Yes.
Okay. Podcast doing so well, guys. We got 80 subscribers. We're talking thousands of cents.
Boom. Okay, if you make $75,000, Al, okay, let's say you make $75,000. Boom, you're gonna get hit with 20% tax. Minus 20% tax, which is what? $15,000. Now you have $60K to your name. Okay, let's just talk about bare necessities because you gotta buy. So let's say your food. We spend $1,200 a month on food. We do $300 a week every Sunday. We itemize it. Let's just say it's 1,000. There's 4 of us.
That's on the budgeted side. There's
4 of us eating.
500 a week.
True,
yeah.
True. But there's 4 mouths.
No, you guys are doing a good job with that. Yeah.
So let's just say 1,000. So that's 12,000 a year in just food. Okay. What are we at? We're at 48,000. Mm-hmm. Just eating, dude. We haven't lived anywhere yet. So let's say rent is $1,000 a month, rent or home. We know it's more than that.
Is this 2021 now?
Let's just. I have a couple friends who are under 1,000. What do you want to say? Let's say it's 1,000.
Yeah,
just to be safe.
Under 1,000. Yeah.
Let's say it's 1,000. Minus 11 more because I forgot.
You're at 26,000 or 36,000.
Yeah. So we're at 36,000 just eating and staying in a house without air conditioning, without heat, without cable, without internet, and we don't have a phone yet.
Yeah.
So we made 75. Most people I know would say that's a good job, Al. We have 36K left. Okay. What's the next thing? Gas. We have a car probably. If you can walk from work, that's great. Let's just say we spend $40 a week in gas. I'd say it's pretty average. Gas isn't too crazy right now. So $40 a week times 52 is $2,080.
Which I believe is below average.
I would agree.
A lot of people spend $400 a month on gas.
We're giving some grace.
Yeah.
What are we at? 36,000 minus 2,080.
Delete the minus sign.
How do you do that?
At the end. Should be a backspace. Or just click it.
We know we're at 36,000.
Yep.
Okay. Boom. Right? We're good? Minus
2,000. Lower.
2,080.
It would be like 34.
Boom. 3392. Now we got a phone, right, Al? We got to have a phone. Let's say that's $45 a month. That's $540 a year. Minus 540 because you got to have a phone. I would say a phone is a necessity. It really, if you're working, if you're doing something, a phone's a necessity. So now we're at 33,000. Property tax, if you're a homeowner, it's probably around $5,000 a year. Let's say it's 3,000. And if you live in an apartment, you don't have to pay that. That's freaking awesome. You're still over 30. Then you have your freaking insurance. That's $1,500 if it's $150 a month.
Never ends.
Look at this, dude. This is just on your car.
I have pet insurance. $60 a month.
You have pet insurance?
Yeah.
If you're a homeowner, I'm just skipping the notes, dude. If you're a homeowner, Al, you have $28,080 left of your $75K. Which, hey, at the end of the day, you kind of got to look at it from the perspective of, well, what are you going to do with that 28 grand? Because that's actually all profit if you think about it. So can you save it? Can you invest half of it? Can you invest some of it?
It's in excess of $2,300 a month.
So you make 38, you take home 38% of what you make in today's world. If you're a homeowner, 38. If you're a renter, it's 42. I know that's tough, but that should motivate you to say, what can I do more? For me, I used to drink a nitro brew from Starbucks every day.
Yeah.
$5.95. That's $2,500 a year. I gave that up in 2023. Then I switched to these bigger ones from Kroger that would last me like 2 days. I'd cut that this year. That's $1,200 a year. So now we're on none of that. No, You don't buy energy. You just got to cut your shiz, man. Because 28 grand is still a lot of money. If you have, hey, here's 28 grand that you're going to profit. What can you do with that money, man?
What can you do with it?
In like any business, you have to increase your revenue, decrease expenses. You got to get a side job in today's world. If you're not happy with what you're at, don't complain about the wind changing. Change your sail, and you got to go, dude.
You know they readjusted the job numbers that the administration put up?
Dude. We're all working 2 jobs.
You know they're coming out saying, like, we've never seen jobs this high before. We've never seen this amount of jobs created. Well, they have revised accurate job numbers. They were inflated by 20%. It's like, how do you do that? How do you inflate that?
At least, if you're saying you're creating more jobs right now, it's a lie. What are you talking? We're all working 2 jobs, dude. I don't know anyone that every guy I talk to realtors, how's it going? None of them are like, oh, I'm killing it.
Realtors are probably scrambling right now too, because this is the time for them right now. It's March, April, May. The school season is ending for kids.
Yeah, hopefully they pick up.
People want to move. We'll see what happens to the housing market, man.
I have heard that the market is still hot if you're buying a house that doesn't need work or selling. I heard that there's still multiple offers.
I'll randomly look on Zillow, man. If I see outdated appliances, I'm like, next. Or outdated bathroom, next. Like,
I mean, that guy that just came in, what did he say? They had other houses that were like 15 offers and stuff.
Oh, it's still like that then, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, we competed against 20 different offers on our first home. Lost the bid by like 2 other people had a better offer than us. Then our second home, my realtor, which is like one of my childhood best friends, literally got us into the open house a day before the open house even initiated. He like called the realtor, the selling agent. He's like, can we get in? And then they found out we're a couple. We gave 20 grand over asking because that was the minimum in 2021. Wow. 20 grand over asking.
Did they ask for that or you guys offered it?
No, we just offered it. How about?
Did your boy like recommend like, hey, you should probably?
You have to, yeah.
Wow.
And this, you know what they did? They countered like 25,000 and it's yours. We couldn't say no. Another offer matched it. Another offer matched it. Then these people kind of had a heart, the people that were selling the home, and they said, you know what? I don't want to give it to the bachelor. I don't want to give it to this guy. He's disrespectful. I'll give it to the couple that actually wants to create a family.
Good for them. They still made 25.
He's still hustling. I'm like, throw in some of your gym equipment, man. He's like, no. I'm like, what can I do? It will be in the same rotation of overbidding and losing.
We luckily got a house where we didn't have to pay over, and it was a miracle, dude. And I mean, because it was the same. Every time you'd walk in a house, my dude would be like, hey, if you like this house, we need to make offer right now. What do you want to do?
Mm-hmm. A report came out that the metropolitan area of Atlanta, there's 3 companies that own, it's a crazy percentage of single family residences. They dominantly own 3.
It ain't BlackRock?
It's so similar to something like that just owns a bunch of properties, and they own all of Atlanta, bro. I think I want to say 80% of the homes in Atlanta are owned by 3 companies.
80%? In this little area, dude.
Yeah, let me look it up so I'm not misquoting because I tend to overinflate everything.
The young Jizzle?
Companies owning property.
3, it just was there, dude. Go back. Even though it's spelled wrong on that. 3 corporate landlords anonymously own outsized chunk of Metro. So it's the Metro area. Okay.
Yeah. Amherst Holdings has over 4,000 homes.
And that's the stuff that they do need to make some restrictions on, because then they can ask for whatever they want. They own real estate. Dude.
Damn near 20,000 homes are owned by these companies that are just eating up the market. I guess they know that, like, hey,
anonymous.
This is... Yeah. It's horrible, man. People can't buy a home. These college kids are getting out with college debt. They're finding out they're making 60 to 80 grand their first year in a high-level job, and then they look at the interest rate, they look at the down payment, and they're like, what do I do? Renting is cheaper than buying.
It is cheaper, barely. I mean, but you know the interest rate on renting?
0.
100.
100? Oh, it's all interest.
Because you own nothing. You own nothing. But at the same time, don't feel renting you have flexibility. Wait till you can afford the house or whatever. You don't have that in a home.
I might just go buy property in Mexico, man. They say the Mexican peso is increasing drastically. A lot of money and innovation is going to Mexico. Mexico is going to be one of the main manufacturing hubs.
Dude, if we're letting all the homies in, I think we should just take Mexico over and civilize it. If you live in Mexico, I feel it's a very dangerous place.
Some areas, yeah.
Dude,
well, maybe most areas.
They say that like the police are the cartel, man. Like it's a dangerous place.
It is. But properties there, man, yeah.
You went on vacation there, right?
I got married in Mexico. Yeah.
That was before...
One of the cartel members ordained us. Pulled out a machete. He's like, I pronounce you man and white.
I'd be listening, dude. No, I'm afraid of... At this time in the world, dude, I'm not traveling outside the U.S. unless it's to leave, which I hope we don't have to do.
Yeah. There's a lot of
whistleblower got off plane when he realized it was a server.
Did you see Mark Coleman saved his parents from a burning house fire? Mark the Hammer Coleman, who was one of the biggest beasts in...
Dude, he did. Look him up beating the crap out of a guy who has a broken leg, too.
He had a broken leg, or the other
Shogun did. Shogun was like, hey, he broke his leg, leave him alone. And he's just still all TRT'd out of his mind. Look at his face, dude. He looks like testosterone.
Yeah.
They all look the same. Like, he looks like Kurt Angle.
He's trending, man. But when he was younger, he was a monster. Like a monster.
All natty, dude.
There's a clip of him where Joe Rogan is interviewing him, and he slams Joe Rogan into a wall.
Yeah, he's a freak.
And Joe's like, whoa, dude, like, relax. But, man, it was an emotional video. He saved his parents from a fire, and he lost his Rottweiler, which, bro, that made me really sad because I used to have a Rottweiler, and he loved that Rottweiler.
But it's sad, man.
Yeah, but apparently, man, he woke up in the hospital, and he was crying and thanking God that he's like, I can't believe I saved my parents.
Dude, his parents have got to be 100 years old. He's, what, 55?
He's got to be in his close to his 60s, somewhere around there. Word on the street is this is Jake Paul's next boxing opponent.
Are you being serious?
No.
Okay. Like he's going straight from Tyson in?
Well, you know who Jake Paul usually picks to fight. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to lie, man. I'm starting to think Tyson's got it.
Have you seen him lately, man? The way he's hitting
They
those
got him on
pads?
the juice, dude. And he's going to be...
Give him all the juice.
I agree. I think Jake's probably on juice, too.
Probably.
He's pretty thick, dude.
He is
pretty thick.
God, I hate what he's done to these legends of the fight game, man.
Who? T. Wood?
Anderson Silva. When he beat Anderson Silva, I was so mad.
About that. I forgot about that.
I love Anderson Silva, man.
I never liked Anderson Silva, I can't lie.
Really?
Never, dude.
Dude, Anderson Silva's striking was so impressive. You know what was a great fight last weekend was Michael Venom Page versus Kevin Holland.
Was it a good one?
Well, it's just MVP's style, man. He stands sideways and he bounces on his feet.
It's hard to deal with.
He's so fast, even in slow motion. Like that straight that he shoots when he's standing sideways connects like 80% of the time.
Is it his backhand or is it his front?
It's his backhand. So his front hand is always down. And it's faster than his jab. It's crazy.
Is he faster than me?
No.
Okay.
Come on, man. We got to end the podcast on that note.
No. Is he faster than me? No.
Unbelievable.
Big Mark, I'm glad he's alive, dude. Look at him. He looks like a dude that you just, when you see, you say, what's up, man?
He has some stories, right?
Any dude that's got a goatee that looks...
Oh, that house was doomed.
Whoa.
Poor Rottweiler, man.
Yeah.
His Rottweiler's name was... Hammer. which was his
Hammer, was it?
Yeah, which was his nickname.
Dude, real quick, look at the Shogun video if you want to have a different opinion.
Shogun versus
Hammer.
The Hammer Coleman?
Yeah.
So who's the bad guy in this?
The Hammer.
Come on, man. The guy that saved his parents from a house fire? He won by TKO. Was this a rematch?
Okay, then type in type in Mark Coleman fights guy with broken leg.
Oh, it's in Pride. It has to be in Pride, right? Okay.
Maybe it's Nogueira. I turn it down.
This is a full fight.
Mark the Hammer Coleman, 42.
These announcers are ridiculous. All right. So Mark the Hammer Coleman fighting Shogun Hua. All right, guys. On that note, I think we're going to end this podcast. We got into a bunch of topics regarding finance. We usually talk about fitness because me and Al are both gym fanatics, and we love going to the gym. But we'll touch on it more next week. We got more short videos coming out. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast, The Alpod on YouTube, The Alpod on TikTok, The Alpod on X, The Alpod on Rumble. So far, YouTube has given us the most grace with views. But thanks for tuning in.